I use the Mental Wellness Snapshot. I take it about every month and a half, and
Okay.
it's just like a wearable, tracking your sleep or your diet, tracking your mental wellness. I've been able to take better care of myself.
Yeah. Do you feel like I mean, seems accurate what it tells you. And how does it tie back in then to your own behaviors and the way that you show up for yourself?
Yeah, there's scales around anxiety, depression, and I never have thought of myself as someone who goes through depressive episodes. But through using this tool, I've been able to monitor and see that, yeah, that's a dip. That's a dip that I have.
Hmm.
And then it's really interesting to see how that interacts and plays with other things, like, say, my alcohol use, which fluctuates. So I can see how, now that I've been taking over a longer period of time, how there might be a correlation. Now I'm not a clinician, so I'm not able to look at this and say, oh yeah, like the studies show, Corey, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
But I'm able to look and track the trends and see the correlation. I can dump these things into my own personal GPT and say, okay, help me out with this. And then there's recommendations in the snapshot, but then also the GPT is like, oh yeah, well, like maybe do a little more mindfulness stuff where we're seeing that your sleep is being affected, and at the same time your anxiety is spiking. What's going on in your life? Let's talk about that. So, and then there's that whole mind body connection. So a lot of us will work a lot on the body, but not so much on the mind. A lot of us will work
Hmm.
on the mind, but not so much the body. Yeah, but there's that connection, and it's
Yep.
undeniable.
Yeah. Yeah. What you said really resonates about the depressive episodes because I feel like the way depression has been talked about, at least in my experience, is like this horrible thing. And like, if you haven't been through it, you can't understand it. But I also feel like it's definitely a spectrum. And so a part of me is hard. Like, I've recognized that in myself. I have dips, like where I'm just low energy for a few weeks. And then I'm like, that's just been throughout my entire life. And it's not like some deep, dark place, but it is like, okay, I don't feel like doing that much right now. And there's been, yeah, so I could definitely relate to that. Like the feeling of like, I don't want to call it depression because it's not that bad, but I feel like it's on that same spectrum. And I do wonder now that you say that if there are behaviors that like correlate to or lead into that.
Yeah, and even if it's reactionary. So now I've been able to see that report and be like,
Hmm.
wow, okay, yep, I have been acting in this way. And so then the next time I'm starting to act that way, I'm like, oh, all right, this might mean something. And
Mm,
I can take that assessment again and be like, yep, that confirms it. But it's also been a really great exercise in showing up a little more vulnerably to, like, say, my girlfriend,
hmm.
who is poised to give me grace. I'm not really good at asking for it, but this has been a really great tool to help me identify what I'm feeling. And so I can be like, hey, babe, I'm feeling this way. And I think I might be a little depresso.
Hmm.
And she'll be like, yep, you are. I can tell. Like, I knew all along. But you're usually in denial, Corey. So
Right.
it's been fun to welcome her into that whole process as well, because I know I've got a team and I should lean into that, you know?